Achilles, team player, more like team slayer. I wonder whose court he'll rage into next.
Where was I? Sorry. 1 second you're having a hot stone massage, then you have a Mai Tai, and all of a sudden I'm such a yenta. So there's all this fighting between the Achaeans and the Trojansteins, and if you don't mind my saying, it's all because of these horny frat A pie boys at the University of Pennsylvania. But in any case, so Achilles, he's an Achaean man. He goes to see his mother Thetis to tell her the wrongs that Agamemnon has done by him. He's a good boy. He's not fully Jewish. He's a half Jew, but he's a good boy, and we all like him very much. But in any case, he goes to his mother Thetis, a very nice woman. She's from Miami originally, but moved up to New York at some point in the 70s. Very bad divorce with the father. But in any case, it was very ugly. But he goes to his mother, and he tells her exactly what the problem is. And like any good Jewish mother, she's willing to help her son by any means necessary, of course. And so what she says is, I can go to Zeus. I can go to Zeus and say exactly what the problem is. And Achilles says, that mother, that would be great. Now, Zeus is a very powerful man. He was the CFO of Goldman Sachs at one point in time, and now he's into private equity things. But he's a very wealthy man. It might just be infighting about women, but in reality, it's also all about the. It's also about getting jobs. These are Wharton boys. So in any case, Thetis decides that she is going to go see Zeus. Now, so she schleps all the way from the North Shore, Great Neck, I believe, into Midtown, Zeus' office. 40th floor, beautiful building, huge office, and he's not there. He's out on business. He's gone to Ethiopia, something like this, some kind of a business deal of some kind. But in any case, she goes to visit, and eventually Zeus comes back, and she says, Zeus comes back, and she says, Zeus, I really need this favor from you. Now, he's very reticent to do this because his wife, Hera, who is a very, very nice woman, but, she really has a rage on her, kind of like Achilles. But, she's just this kind of crazed woman. I was at summer camp with her when I was young, and she once just slapped this woman for absolutely no reason. So, rightfully so, her husband is very much afraid of her, but he agrees, in the end, to help the Trojansteins just as Thetis had desired. So, eventually, Hera comes home, and Hera has guessed that Thetis has come to visit and asks Zeus to do this favor. So, she flies into a rage, and he says, hey, listen, this is my business. I'm going to hire whoever I want to. Don't get into my business, And she's just absolutely, they're clashing. This could be the big battle. They're both very strong-willed people. They're very stubborn. This might be the big fight that leads to divorce. That's what we were all thinking at the time. But Hephaestus, that's his given name, but Hebrew name David. He came in and he says, Mom and Dad, I want you to stop fighting. Mom, do you remember the time that I forgot to use Priceline.com to buy those plane tickets? Dad was so mad he threw me out the window of our penthouse. And so Hera says that's true. Your father does have a huge rage issue in reality. Hera takes heed and says, we're going to leave this fight for another day. It is a Sabbath. And, David starts pouring Manischewitz. Everybody's having an okay time. And at the end of the night, Zeus and Hera, they bed down together as, it's mitzvah on the Sabbath to bed down. So, everything ended up working out okay.